Hi, this is Ogi with Visual Impact, and today Sony announced their new Sony BURANO cinema camera. During the launch event at Pinewood Studios last week, I managed to film a quick interview with Sebastian from Sony, who gave us a great breakdown of what the BURANO brings to the table.
Hello, I'm Sebastian. I'm heading the cinema business development at Sony, and we are here at the DMPCE in our training facility in the famous Pinewood Studios in UK. And today we have introduced exclusively our new BURANO camera. So the BURANO is our latest addition into our Cine Alta family. Or even the cinema line, because cinema line goes from Venice all the way down to the FX30. And as you can see, it's very compact. And this is also one of the key features because, yes, we have the Venice 2, and this has been shot in hundreds of commercial series and blockbuster movies. And then we have also the FX9, as you know, which people ask for the run and guns, the variable ND filter. And we got a lot of feedback on questions, okay, can you do something in between? So to combine really the cinematic approach from the Venice, the user operability, and also the mobility of the FX9. And here we are with the BURANO. So the size is really making the difference in terms of the mobility. So and even more is that we have a full frame sensor, same as the Venice 2, and it's an 8K resolution full frame sensor, but this time it also combined autofocus. So you can see we are using an E-mount lens on this camera right now. You can also use PL mount if you want, because it's the same system as for the Venice 2. And then you have the possibility to use autofocus functionality. So autofocus tracking, or if you film humans, eye autofocus tracking as well. And this gives you, of course, great benefit when you shoot documentaries, when you're on a run and gun, when you are solo operator, you don't have a focus puller with you. And even more, it's the first time that we have a camera which has image stabilization, so with a sensor, and also variable ND filter system. So this is really one of its kinds. It's unique because this gives you also the flexibility and the choice for your creative vision to achieve this, because it means that, again, you are on run and gun and you have the image stabilization. You can have proper images. And also here, it's not only E-mount lenses, but it's also on PL. So even if you use PL Cine glass, you can utilize the image stabilization to get proper images. And as said, then with the variable ND filter, you can say, okay, I have my iris, my f-stop. I don't want to choose this, but I go inside, outside. I have the contrast, and then the variable ND will compensate and work against. The good thing is that we have, of course, dual base ISO. So our customers love dual base ISO features in our Sony cameras. And here we have 800, 3200. We have 16-bit of dynamic range. And we gave BURANO already to some DOPs to film some stuff, some demo footage for us. And they created amazing content with high contrast ratios, really in low light scenes. They shot sports with a human wingsuiter, and they followed with the autofocus feature. It's really amazing how we bring mobility and the cinematic approach into one camera. So what you can see, so BURANO is coming with a viewfinder system. So let me just open this one. So this is a flip-up mechanism. And then we have an LCD, which is touch capable. And let me just power on, and it's there. So it's instant and instantly boot up. And the great thing is this is touch sensitive, so we can say, okay, let's go to my exposure index, and then change the exposure index, change the dual base ISO if you want, and boom, we are. So as said, this is really important, and the design is really what you can know, or what you know from the Venice and the Venice 2, easy to operate. And if you're on the run and gun style, when you're one-man band solo operator, you have all the buttons on the operator side, so easy to access. We are utilizing CFast Express Type B cards. You have two. You have pre-roll, of course. And what is also new, BURANO is supporting XOCN LT. So we have XAVC as our recording format. In 4K, we have XAVC-H, which is new, in order to really record 8K footage. And then we have XOCN LT, our RAW format, which you might know from the Venice already. So you can also utilize 16-bit RAW from from the Burano. And you have the same workflow as the Venice 2. The color science is the same, so you can match these also perfectly in the cine domain when you're shooting with the Venice as a B or a C camera, for example. So Burano is for us really a versatile camera going into documentary, wildlife sports, into commercials, into the cine, into small crews where you don't have really a lot of man and crews around. And as I said, it's PL. You can go to E-mount due to the fact that we have the same system as for the Venice. You can also use third-party adapters to go to other mounts, because for us it's about this flexibility. We don't want to limit the creators in their choice of the tools. You just want to make it simple and to achieve their vision they want to get. On top, of course, V-mount as standard. All the connectors are on the right-hand side. SDI, HDMI, there is an Ethernet. We have D-squeeze functionality for anamorphic lenses, and the sensor itself can be run in full frame or in Super 35. So again, no limitation of lenses. Audio is on board as well, so we have XLR inputs. You can use, if you take off this handle, if you put in the FX9 handle, you can have 4 channels of audio with our UWPD wireless receivers. And also you have an optional hand grip, a remote hand grip, where you can operate the full camera, similar as for the FX9. So it's really, really versatile, as said, and it will be available early 2024. And we are really looking forward to see what people will create with this standalone, in combination with the Venice and the Venice 2. And that's it.
The Burano is shipping in early 2024, and we are already taking pre-orders and the queue is growing. To pre-order the camera, give us a call on 0208 977 1222 or email us at the link below. To learn more about this new and exciting camera from Sony, check out our Sony Burano product page below.